Bharat sir?
Shall I start, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good morning, one and all. Research is part and parcel of life. It will be there everywhere. It may be in personal life or it will be in work life. So from this perspective, Seshadripuram Institute of Management Studies, Bangalore has organized student research orientation program. On this occasion, I welcome Dr. Nirmala M., Associate Professor and Chairperson, Canara Bank School of Management Studies, Bangalore City University, Bengaluru. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
I also welcome our beloved director, Dr. Vinay S. Of the college. I welcome you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
I also welcome all participants and my faculties to this session. Now I request Dr. Vinay S., Director of Seshadripuram Institute of Management Studies, to welcome Dr. Nirmala M.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. It is a great privilege opportunity to welcome Nirmala ma'am. Dr. Nirmala M. is working as a professor and chairperson at Canara Bank School of Management Studies, Bengaluru City University, Bengaluru. Madam has more than 25 years of experience in teaching and research. And Madam area is expertise with an accounting, finance, taxation, and operation research. Madam is guided very good number of research scholars at Bangalore University and also present in the Bangalore City University. She has successfully completed UGC major research project with a unique study reaching the unreached through RTI. Madam has initiated various training programs to the faculty members, research scholars, and the students with the various capacities. And also, Madam is engaged in various board of studies, board of examination in various prestigious university. Madam, I am very thankful to you of accepting our invitation for today's program, madam.
Thank you, Dr. Vinay.
Yes, madam. Madam, I will share the PPT now, ma'am.
Yes. So good morning to all who are all present for today's program is a project orientation organized by Seshadripuram Institute of Management Studies. My heartfelt gratitude and acknowledgement to the Seshadripuram Institute of Management and all the faculty members and the director of your SIMS program and all the students participants for this session which we are going to conduct about your the project orientation. So you are all, I hope you are all there in the final year of your MBA program. So before going to this, the project work, let me introduce about the what is the importance of doing the project as an MBA student or an MCOM or MSW student or anybody irrespective of the course which you are studying at present. So this the present we are calling this as a master thesis for our Bangalore City University MBA 4th semester students. Earlier it was called as a dissertation, but as per the new syllabus, we have changed its name into master thesis. Why you want to do a dissertation or a master thesis in your MBA program? Because any amount of knowledge which you are acquiring by studying of your theory subjects in the classroom, that may not be equal to the project work or the field work which you are conducting by involving yourself. So you can thoroughly understand the concepts and the areas of the issues where you are addressing under your research and the people where you are interacting at the time of collecting the information. These are all will be there with you till never ending process it is. So always will say that whatever you will listen, it is only for few hours will be there with you. Whatever you will see, it will be for few weeks. Whatever you will understand, it will be forever. So here the project work is your understanding, not only to see or not only to visible. So here your understanding means here you are using your new innovative ideas the new area of your adventures in the research. So all those things will be matter for your understanding about your project work. So it is your own work. It will be there with you forever. You go for anywhere for your career after your MBA program. The first important question they'll be asking with you. So what is your project is about, which area, where you are done, and what is the address you are addressed as a issue or objectives of your research. Maximum of our MBA students are getting placements because of the quality project work. See, MBA students, they feel that it is a part of their curriculum or the syllabus. Okay, I will take up this project. Any seniors projects are available, will copy it and will submit it to the university. Nobody will look into the process, how you are done the work and all. Whatever is there in your mind like that, you have to erase it, because now you are looking for the competitive era. Here only quality will matters, not the quantity. So when you are looking for any cyber center person, so when I went to one of the university for this project Viva, at that time the students, they told me that so they're purchased the projects from cyber centers. The cyber center is after all a person who cleared his 10th grade at maybe PU grade. He is able to do project for you people. Why can't you are the MBA students much more qualified than the person who's in the cyber center? Use your talent. So use your available resources. Use your faculty services here to the maximum extent, and how to come out with the work as a quality work. It will be there with you forever, and also you'll be getting better job opportunities because of your work. So this is about what I want to tell for our MBA students as an introductory note. And when you come to why we are introduced this master thesis in our MBA curriculum is, at the time of when we are introducing the syllabus, so I seen different premier B schools institutions syllabus. They are given exclusively for 6 months as a summer projects. So they are attaching the students to the companies. The company will take care of all the progress of the students for a period of 6 months. At the end of 6 months, they'll be observing or they'll give a certificate that will be matter for them for the further career opportunities. So here, when all the preschools, premier B schools are using for as a summer project of exclusively 6 months time, so why can't we will take this as a parameter in our syllabus? So even will also give an opportunity for our MBA students to go for the further research work. So even though you are doing your third semester project as a 4 weeks project, but now you are doing 6 weeks project under this master thesis. It is totally different from the work what you are doing in your third semester. So with that intention, I discussed with our board of studies to bring out with the paper, exclusively a paper for this master thesis, where students has to send for the companies at least for 1.5 months. So why only 1.5 months? Why can't more than that, miss? Because we'll be having semesters. So as per the UGC and ACT regulations, we have to complete minimum number of credits in the classroom teaching. Otherwise, your MBA is not approved by the UGC program or ACT program. So because of that, we want to introduce this project along with our other theory papers. So with that intention, we brought up this paper only for 1.5 month. That is for 6 weeks. So within these 6 weeks, we are sending students exclusively for the companies. So you have to go to company, visit the company, and you have to identify the issues or the problem in the company. Based upon that, you have to do a research work and you have to give a solution to the company. So you should be an asset to the company where they are facing challenges or the problem for that. So you will be given an opportunity for give a solution to them as an expert or an MBA manager and so on. So because of this intention, we are given 6 weeks time for the students to visit the company and to complete the project. So because of this, the pandemic, we are not able to send the students to the companies. Even company is not accepting the students at this time as a physical presence. Some of the colleges who already got permission long back, so they're all sending their students with the virtual to the companies. But those who are not getting the permission, now you can go and approach with the company with through the online mode. They're not accepting to give a permission to visit the company whether in the offline or the online. So because of that, I told all the colleges this time, one-time permission will be given for the freelancing project for the students because of this pandemic situation. So the colleges now there are the same intimation, they may be intimated to the students also. So this is how we are proceeding for this, the need of the study and how you have to undertake the study means. So next I'll be explaining in the further slides. Next slide, next slide. Next come to here. So this master thesis means the master thesis is an area where you have to identify a minute or the micro problem in the organization if you are visiting to the organization. If not, you can take any connected issues as a micro problem, whether you are doing your project in HR area, or it may be in the finance, or it may be in marketing. So whatever you are studied as a specialization in your third and fourth semester, based upon your specialization, you have to select your topic. So now now the question may arises, Madam, I'm not visiting to the company. How can I select my topic? Means connect any topic connecting with your area of specialization. In HR, you will be having 6 papers, in marketing 6 papers, and finance 6 like that. Each and every specialization will be having 6 electives. Based upon that, we can select any area of research which you are comfortable for doing the research, where your faculty can be easily advise you or guide you, or they can take further into the research orientation activities with the engagement of the available time. Now, this master thesis, as I said, it should be exclusively meant from your area of specialization, what you are looking for in third and fourth semester. Select the micro level topic. Based upon the micro topic, you have to do a detailed research and you have to submit in the form of project report. Now the question arises, what is the difference between your project report and as well as the master thesis? In third semester, you are done your project report, and in fourth semester, you are doing a dissertation, and is also called as a master thesis. What is the difference between these two areas, Miss? The project work which you are doing in your third semester is not necessarily the micro area of your work. Okay, it is an internship report. You are visiting to organization and collecting the information based upon their functional areas or overall the structure of the organization. If not organization, you have selected any the open topics connecting with the society or the social issues. So you can identify and you can do a research on that at the macro level you are doing, and you can submit with the report without using any statistical tools for the analysis. So that is your project report. But when you come to this master thesis is exclusively meant for the detailed research on the selected issue. For example, I'm the finance student. I want to do my research relating to the investment analysis, something connecting with the securities. So I can use a parameter for doing my research in the area of finance, like to study about the volatility of the stock market, or you can take the basis of index and how the volatility will be there, and you can select the particular set of stocks of different companies and study about the return on investments, or it may be the risk associating with that, like that. So those issues you can take, but you cannot do at the macro level. You have to do at the micro level only. Suppose you are a marketing student, you are into the digital marketing. Select any area connecting with the digital marketing. So for doing marketing and HR subjects, you need one or the other way support from the company where you have to get the information. If not the physical presence, at least you should have touch up with one or two persons in the company who will provide the information about the details about the process and the structure and flow of work in the companies and all those things. So for that, you should have some sort of network with the company people. So there you are doing about a master thesis. So once you're collecting information in the master thesis, you have to use the statistical tools for that. By using the statistical tools, you have to do the analysis and then you have to prepare a report. So that is about your dissertation. That is the difference between your project work and as well as the dissertation. So next come to that. So why you want to do this dissertation? Why can't we can keep one more theory paper as a subject to simply write the examination. Why you want to take so much of risk here, visiting to the company or visiting to the people, collect the information, then use the statistical tools and do analysis, write the interpretations. Why all this risk is there means here? Because when you want to develop the larger life skills, next slide, Vinay, you can go to the next slide. Correct, project. So to develop the larger life skills and positive attitude among the students, the project report is very much helpful. And who is having the wider perspective about the society or the organization, who want to know about the what is happening in the society and what, because you're all very youngsters, you're all called as asset of the country. The asset should be used in a right way, in the right direction. So for that, you have to study about the perspective on society and the organization, and how to come out your beautiful suggestions and the ideas, so where you can do the deliberation for the issues in the organization. Because one student may be good in HR, so any company is facing any issues connecting with the HR, like any performance issue, it may be their payroll issues or any components connecting with HR practices. So you have to suggest in the form of suggestion to the company. So it will be helpful for the company also, and you're also getting benefit as a student. And you can write that in the form of research papers for the publications. So it will be a deliberations for the policy making in the organizations. It will be helpful for them. So this is why we want to do this project instead of studying one theory paper. So theory means just you have to going through with the available information, and you have to only for the sake of passing, you will be writing the examination. Examination is not the criteria to evaluate the performance of the student. It is only a tool, one of the tool to measure your qualification. That's it. But the remaining rest of the other tools are available. That is about your innovative ideas and your application skills and the interactions with the people. All these are matter a lot to make a person as a perfect in the education, not only your examination marks or it may be your marks card. Next, come to the theme of this particular dissertation, or it may be called as your master thesis. So it forms an important ingredient of education at MBA program in Bangalore City University. So in other colleges or in other universities, they are doing their research work along with their subjects only in the classroom. But in Bangalore University, if you take for example, Bangalore University is given option to the students, either they have to study one theory paper or they can go for the project report. In their case, the maximum of the students, they select only theory paper because they feel it is easy. No, it is a wrong decision of MBA student. Until and unless you are not doing your project work, it is called as incomplete of your MBA program. If you visit any other foreign universities, they are doing 1 year theory classes and 1 year the project reports in various levels, because the project reports will be giving more ideas, more application skills to the student than simply studying in the classroom as a theory. So it always bridges the gap between your professional world and as well as the academic institution. So for example, I'm teaching accounting. I'll teach my students how to prepare the profit and loss account and as well as the balance sheet and so on. So, but when you come to the company, the structure and the format and the preparation is totally different what you're learning in the classroom. So that's why we brought up with the concept in accounting also. You should teach the students how to read the balance sheet. How to read the balance sheet will be helpful for your day-to-day life of preparation of balance sheet in the company. You can analyze the balance sheet. So in last batch, some of my students, they got the job in a company. Their duty is to analyze the balance sheet only, because whoever the clients they're applying for the bank loan, the bank people, they will send their company balance sheet as outsourcing job to the companies or the call centers. So they are doing the analysis of their the financial worthiness of the balance sheet, and they'll submit the report to the bank. Then bank will decide whether to give a credit facility or not. So for that processing job, they are using MBA students to analyze the balance sheet. So you have to look into their the profitability and the total credits of the bank, company, and the loans and advances taken. So whether they're eligible to get the loan further or not, all those things is doing by MBA students only in those outsourcing job. How it is possible means because so these kinds of projects will give bridge that gap between your professional world and as well as academic institutions. It will be helpful for you people to learn maximum about the organization and the profession when you are going at the time of preparation of your project report in your 4th semester MBA program. Next, come to the helpfulness of this the master thesis, how it is helpful for our MBA students. So here, the project-based learning is an instructional model that involves students in investigation of compelling problems that culminate in the authentic products. So whatever you are doing with the learning in a theory or in a classroom, that may not be a complete learning for you. So when you are taken this project-based learning, it gives the different structural models to you, and also it makes a person to doing or digging into the research in depth. That is called as investigation. You are doing investigation. Okay, what is this? What is next? How I can get it, and how I can go further like that. It will be curiosity to the students to dig the further information that makes you the real world of learning as a challenging learning for you people, and projects that make for stronger classroom learning opportunities. So once, for example, once you are done your 3rd semester project report is really in the field, when you come back to your classroom, you can see the difference between your learning in the classroom after your project visit and your learning in classroom, in your 1st and 2nd semester learning in classroom. So definitely there will be a changes there, that you can feel that yes, once you visit for the field work, there will be a learning is lots and tons of learnings will be there that makes you further learning in the classroom in the different way. And projects can vary widely in subject matter and scope and can be delivered at a wide range of grade levels. So it gives the different opportunities for you people to learn. So you, when you are visiting to the company, you may have a good network with other company people or other resource people also. You will be getting opportunity to interact with them. And also you can learn about what is the further scope of your research and how you can take this for project in a different way compared with other friends, and how your project will be unique when you compare with other projects which already completed in this area. So these all the different the scope of ideas you'll be getting when you're doing this project report. And projects grow out of the challenging questions that cannot be answered just by learning. So if any problem arises in an organization, we cannot refer into the textbook to find the solution for that. No textbook will give a solution for the practical problems in the organization. That you have to learn by through experience. The experiential learning is always matters a lot here than your theoretical learning. So through experience, whatever you are learning, that will give an instant idea or immediate idea that okay, this is a solution for this kind of problems. Okay, this problem can be handled like this, and this is a situation where we have to use this strategy to overcome with like this. So this is a where you'll get the different answers for the situations. It's called as a situation based learning that you can learn only in the organization but not in classroom. And projects put students in an active role such as a problem solver, the decision maker, investigator, or documentarian. So one of my student, I think 2 years back, so who done his project report connecting to the financial area. So he got probationary officer job in Reserve Bank of India because of his project report only. So where he prepared the documentation is very impressive to the people who are taken the viva to interview for the particular student. So because of this project report, they are getting very good jobs. Even some of my students are placed in international banks. So these are all the ways where you can approach the bank with the help of your documentarian. Means your project report is a documentation for you for your original work. So always it will be helpful for the students. So you are going with the documentation and you will be there in a position to take the decisions, and you are the problem solver. So what not, you will be learning everything in this. So you are learning in the form of finance or marketing, or it may be HR or production. So through your research. So research, suppose if I taken finance means I'm not only learning only the financial aspects there. When I'm interacting with the people, I learn how to approach the people. There's a concept of your HR. and how to use the strategies to find the solution for the problem, that is your marketing. So all functional subjects will be used here, whether you are studying or not, but the knowledge will be acquiring here when you are using this the project reports. And the projects serve specific significant educational goals. They are not diversions or adds on to the real curriculum. So it is an add-on to your value addition. So it will be beneficial in one or the other. They'll get the helpfulness because of your project report. Next, come to the actual benefits. So what is the takeaway from this dissertation as an MBA student? So it increases your knowledge and growth in self-reliance and improved attitudes towards learning. So you will be matured enough once you complete your project report, and you will be having much confidence on yourself. So you should be able to address any kind of issues. So that kind of confidentiality you will be building because of the project report, and academic gains better than those generated by the other models. So whatever you are learning in your classroom, so you will be learning here as a better academic information. And students involved in projects take greater responsibility. And what kind of responsibility means here? So it may be on their own learning during traditional classroom activities. So when you compare with the traditional classroom activity as a board and chalk, or it may be a presentation, and when you are visiting to the company, interacting with the corporate people, so that makes a lots of difference here, that you will be involving in the projects and will be taken greater responsibility for your own learning also. And then no need to say anybody that you go and study for yourself. So automatically it comes to your picture, because once you see in the corporate world, and opportunities to develop the complex skills such as higher order thinking, problem solving, collaborating, and communicating. All MBA students, they are very good in this collaboration, communication, and problem solver. Because you give any event to the MBA students, they'll be managing very nicely, excellently. So because they're all the very good event managers. You organize any management fest or any kind of fest in the college, you give the opportunity for the students. Okay, you can take care of everything, and you submit the details at the later. So they are doing wonders in the management fest and all. Why means because they are the better event managers. So the same way you ask the students to give presentation on the topic of any so and so, nobody will come forward. This is what the difference you can see. They're all willing to learn only with the practical aspects, the skill orientation than the theory in the classroom. So that's why these projects are very much helpful for those kinds of issues. Like you have any kind of problems, how you can address with the problem, and how you have to think as a maturely, and how we can collaborate with the available information or the resources, how you can organize it. So everything will be a benefit you will be gaining from this dissertation. And access to a broader range of learning opportunities in the classroom, providing the strategy for engaging culturally diverse learners. Yes, you will be mingling with different types of people in the outside. When you're going for your project report, you will be having an opportunity to mingle with other people from other colleges, or maybe from your company people, or people from other states. So it is a diverse of knowledge where you can enjoying those kinds of situations in your project report. That is the benefit of your dissertation. When you come to the area, which area you have to do your dissertation. So dissertation can be an organizational research, or it may be an academic research. So what is this organization research means? So as I said earlier, so actually this is an intention of introducing this particular course in the syllabus to send a student full time of 6 weeks to the company, and he has to learn about the different situations and different productional areas and operational areas, and you have to learn more in the company as a strategy. But here, because of the pandemic, now no company is allowing physically in the organization. So at least if you have getting any opportunity like that, so that is called as your organizational study. So you have to visit the company and collect the information, identify an issue in that particular company. That issue will be a research topic, and you have to addressing those research topics in the form of solution. That is called organization research. If not, come to the academic research. So this is a desk study or a freelancing project. where you are not getting permission in the companies, you are allowed to go for the freelancing projects, but topics should be connected with your area of specialization only. And you have to identify the topic is a unique topic. So far, there was no any research happened in those areas, and you have to identify those kinds of topic and you have to find the solution for that. So that is called as your academic research. So you can do either in organization research or it may be in the academic research. Let's come to the what are the objectives of your dissertation. So why you have to undertake this dissertation means to demonstrate the students' knowledge of the literature relating to the problem of study. So whatever you are studied so far in your MBA course, like you have studied marketing paper, finance or HR. So it is a platform for you people to showcase your knowledge, your understanding about the subjects, and you have to put across those subjects knowledge in the form of research. That is the main objective of your dissertation. And to reveal the students' ability to collect, analyze, interpret, and synthesize information or data. It also reveals that, it also shows that whether student is having an ability to collect the information, so and to analyze and interpret the information, whatever is collected at the time of research. And third objective is to present the results obtained in a sequential and logical manner. So what is the outcome of your research? Whether you are there in a position to address and mention those problems, solutions in a systematic way in your report. And ultimately, you are looking for that the students' ability to discuss on the open platforms about the work. So what is done in the research. So these are the main objectives of your dissertation. And when you come to the format of your dissertation, so first you have to submit a synopsis to the university. The synopsis is called as your topic approval. So that has to come through your guide to your college to the university. University will having the panel of experts. They'll submit your topics to the panel of experts. Ultimately, they will decide whether your topic is suitable for the research or not, if any modifications are required. So that is called as a synopsis. The synopsis should have minimum of 250 words, and the different headings we are looking in the synopsis is the title of your study and why you want to do this research. That is called as a need of the study. Is it audible?
Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
Okay, so the need of the study means why you want to do. Then the statement of the problem in research. What is the problem, and how you are taken this topic, on what basis you are taken. That is called as a statement of the problem. Then objectives connecting with your title, and what is the prospective or the tentative source of data for your research if you are selected this topic for the research, and what statistical tools you are using for the analysis. So it is must and should in the dissertation, you have to use the statistical tools. What are these statistical tools must depends upon your topic. You have to identify whether you are using the tools available in Excel or SPSS, or it may be R program, anything you are convenient, and it should be matchable with your topic. So it is mandatory for all the people. Compulsorily, you have to use the statistical tools for the analysis, because analysis chapter will be having 40 marks. So 40% weightage will be given out of the total. So compulsorily you have to use the one or the other way you can use the statistical tools. Now all the tools are available in Excel only. If you are good enough in Excel, so you can drag the source of information from your Excel sheets. Then finally the plan of analysis, how you are going for the analysis, what is your plan about the plan of analysis, the duration and the time you are taken and all those things you have to discuss under the synopsis. So the synopsis has to be submitted by your college with the given stipulated time before that to the university. University will go through all the students' titles and they will be doing modifications if any changes are required. Otherwise, they'll send as it is. If any title is not matching as per the MBA program, at that time they have a right to reject your topic also. So this is what the format of synopsis is, the first stage of commencement of your dissertation. And when you come to the regulations, your So first you have to get the synopsis approval. Then after that, you have to start your project work. This time you are doing your project reports or dissertation reports along with your classes only, because classes are happening in the virtual mode, and even your project reports are in virtual mode only. So you can go hand in by hand simultaneously both the dissertation reports and as well as the classes. So you have to commence your dissertation as per the given calendar of events of the university, and they will be mentioning the end date and submission date also. So that is a regulation the college has to follow with that as per the given stipulation of the university. So under this regulation, one more is very important. You have to remember the given time for your dissertation is only 6 weeks, 1.5 months. So within this 1.5 months, you have to complete your entire work of dissertation. So from the beginning of your first chapter to till the end of last chapter. So you should not be violated for any amount of time. So once your project is completed, you have to submit a report of that to your guide, because every week or every day you will be discussing with your guide for your progress reports, and you'll be taking their suggestions for the modifications or changes in your project report. So you have to, once you are finishing with everything, after plagiarism, you have to submit your project report to your college. So they will tell you about how many copies they required and how you have to submit and everything. You have to follow their instructions for the submission. And so mandatorily your guide has to accept your work, because he or she may be the one who will be having with the close contact with the students. They may be knowing about what work they are doing, whether they are doing the real work or not. So they are the one who are called as the supervisors or the monitors. So they have to accept your work, and through them you are submitting to the your college. The college in return they'll submit to the university. Next one is, what is the format of your dissertation? So minimum we are looking for 60 pages for this dissertation, and it will be there in the Times New Roman, and line spacing and everything assigned already in the form of project guidelines. Your college will be giving those informations to you. I'm not touching on those areas. Let's come to the when you come to the evaluation part. So this dissertation is for 200 marks and 50 marks for the viva. The viva may be the comprehensive viva. It includes of your MBA subjects also. And to clear this paper or dissertation, minimum you have to get 125 marks. There's 100 marks, 50% from the project and 25 from the viva. So total should be 125 out of 250 is required for your passing. So this is about one part, that is about your dissertation work. Now, the real challenge arises with the students, where I have to do my research work. So what is a suitable area for my research? How I can select my topic? So whether I'm there in the remote area, I'm not accessing to any of the information, and no company is available to me. How I have to do my project report? This is there is a part of question mark in the minds of the students. So for that, we'll be having so many areas are open for your work. You can select any area as per your choice. So for example, you are having any relatives or friends who are working in the organizations, through their support or through their reference, we can get the formation in an organization, irrespective of the size of the organization, whether it's a small, micro, or medium enterprises, anything. So you can select any organization if you are convenient with that, irrespective of the nature and irrespective of the size. But whatever the topic you are taking for the research, that should be connect with your specialization area only. Suppose you are taken specialization in finance and marketing, you cannot do your research in HR. Okay, you should be either in finance or in marketing. So you can take any organization. So micro, small, and medium enterprises. So okay, you are taken the enterprises and startup as your specialization. You are there in the remote area. So you cannot able to go for any company to look into your project work. There you will be having the different schemes from the government. So under Narega scheme, or it may be under your Jilla and Panchayat Raj schemes, there will be n number of schemes are there. That is also part of your enterprises only. So as a micro. You can do under that as a micro study for the micro organizations. So surrounding by you people only, there will be so many issues and challenges will be there. You can take any area as your research, but you should connect with your specialization. If not, in each and every place, there will be an university and educational institutions. There will be issues connecting with the HR. Okay, if you are HR student, you can do your research work in the educational institutions or university or the colleges. So what will be HR issues means it may be issues connecting with the salary for the faculty during COVID-19 time. There is no facilities there. There is no performance appraisal of the faculty members. And if you are there in the marketing, address the marketing issue, what the promotional activity they undertaken to attract the students for the admissions during pandemic. So you can search any topic connecting with the research of your uh, if you are there in the city limits and the urban limit, you'll be having government organizations. So you can visit the organization for the work. If not, there will be an NGOs. The NGOs are available at virtual also. With online, you can collect the information about the NGOs for your research. And you have any local development agencies like they have a research university, research institute, or any amount of research labs. You can conduct your research there. If not, if you're there in the remote areas, you can look into this Panchayat Raj institutions and you can collect the information from there for your work connecting with your financial aspect or marketing or HR, anything you can do. Or you're there in the city limits, you can go for the BBMP or it may be municipal corporations for your research. Or you are interested in connecting with the legal aspects, you can go for the course to collect the information, do a research. Or you are there in the healthcare, you can visit hospitals. So now nobody will allow you in the hospitals, but at all you will get the permission. If at all, they can go for this the healthcare issues also. Then healthcare issues means not necessarily your healthcare specialization. Even HR students then do in hospitals, and marketing students they can do in finance also. They can do in hospitals. Then other than that, we'll be having the consultancy agencies. Then you have a BPO and the BPM, the call centers will be there. Otherwise, the banking sector or unorganized sectors. There are so many ways out there to do your research. Only thing is you should have an interest to go for that. You can select any area of your choice. Based upon that, you can start doing the research. Okay. So after, okay, your research is done, what we are expecting from the student, the expectations. One is you have to go for the introduction chapter. The introduction, first you have to write up about the importance of your topic. Then after that, you can proceed for your organizational study there. Then after that, so come to the statement of the problem is one of the issue are addressing under the research design chapter. Need and relevance of the study, methodology, data analysis, then findings, suggestions. So all these are given in your the project guidelines, the chapter wise. So you have to follow all those things. It is mandatory for the university. You have to submit. Next one is the contents proposed here is so in your dissertation you have to write minimum 150 words as your abstract. So before starting your first chapter, you have to write about the abstract. Then after that introduction chapter, the introduction chapter should be 15% of the report. The quantity which you are submitting 50 pages or 60 or 70 pages, 15% will be your introduction chapter and 10% will be your research design chapter and 20% of your report will be connecting with the profile of the organization. This is called as your company profile. So now the question arises, Madam, I have not visited any company. How you can write about the company profile means without having company profile, you cannot complete your work. So for example, you are taken any HR topic. HR topic means it is a very broader area. Which company you are connecting? At least the company information you have to collect from the online. So for that, you have to give a company detail here. That is called as your company profile. Then 40% of your report should contain with data analysis and interpretation with statistical tools. So it is having higher weightage for your valuation. It gives the real original work. It reflects about your original work, what you are doing in the research, and findings, conclusion, and suggestion, followed with the bibliography or the references which are referred. Then you have any annexures, like you are any annexures in the form of annual reports or any kind of tools which you are using, questionnaire, all those things we can bring under the annexures. And ultimately you have to enclose with the plagiarism report. You can use any of the softwares like Turnitin, Drillbit, or Woodcone. You can use any software for your plagiarism check, and as can give in the report. So this is about the content proposed in the project report. Next, come to that, then your college, they have to monitor with the diary. So the diary will be disclosing about the performance of the students. So how is the progress report of the students they have to submit? Here is a weekly progress report. It is also part of your annexures in your project report, the date and what is the work, and so your guide initial, and as well as the faculty. Suppose you have any co-guide from the company, so their initial and their faculty. This is a diary, work diary you have to maintain. And these are all the given other the pages as preparatory pages of your project report. Your college will be sharing about this later. So this is about what we are expecting from our MBA students in the dissertation or in the master thesis. Only thing is, my request with all MBA students, you have to focus more for the quality work. Use this available opportunity. If you're working 2 months hard work, that fruitfulness will be there with you always. You can enjoy that further in your career. So always you have to show your original work in the project work. You should reflect about the original work. Don't copy from here and there, and don't buy the projects which is available in the market. So you may think that what, madam, if I buy also I'll get the certificate. If I'm doing also I'll get the certificate. Means certificate thing, if you are doing your project report, means we don't have any answer to say about that. Suppose you want to look for your career growth further. So now in this pandemic and this competitive era, you will be getting job only when you have a quality with you. The skills will be acquainting from this project report. It will be there with ever. You can enjoy that fruitfulness and the results forever in your career. So this is what my suggestion to all MBA students. So if